coffee with Andrew Jacquet.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, you got it. And we're having coffee, and we are talking about Startup St. Bernard.
That's right.
Which is super, which I am just I'm just impressed with. It's a great thing. So you can tell me, what is Startup St. Bernard?
So Startup St. Bernard is an entrepreneurship competition that's held every year during New Orleans Entrepreneur Week.
New Orleans Entrepreneur Week.
Yes, and we put it on the Economic Development Foundation and St. Bernard, along with the Meraux Foundation and Idea Village.
Okay.
And essentially, if you don't know what Entrepreneur Week is, it's almost like a festival now. It's right there with Mardi Gras and Jazz Fest.
We have tons of people coming through here with that event. They get the placards and stuff.
Yep.
Super cool.
Yep.
So this particular event.
Yeah, so the event essentially is a pitch competition for startup businesses.
Okay.
And what we do, we accept applications. The deadline is actually January 14th.
January 14th.
Quickly approaching.
So you can apply from today till January 14th.
That's right. You just submit your business plan online, startupstbernard.com, and then after that 14th deadline, an independent panel of judges will review that.
Okay.
At which point, on March 20th, we'll have a live event.
Okay, cool,
in
big
St.
live
Bernard.
event.
Yes, you'll be on stage.
So you pick
finalists. Yes, they will pitch their concept to a panel of expert judges.
Okay.
Folks that are very, very successful. Like, we've had judges like the founder of Sucre, Joel Dondas. We've had guys that are giants in the tech industry from California judge. So it's an awesome opportunity to not only get your business in front of some really experienced people, but hey, the $110,000 prize package.
It's
that's what it's all about.
So it's a pitch competition for your business. You got a cool business idea, you do it, and you can win $110,000.
Yes, the package is comprised of cash and also in-kind services, the exact type of things that a startup would need. We're talking about free web design, free marketing, free legal services. It's a slew of items, and probably the most important is sitting right here.
Free coffee. You win, you get a gift card to Coast Roast, and you can get some free coffee for your office, or you can meet here and stuff. Yeah, so in-kind services, things that you would need to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, and cash, and a ton of cash.
A ton of cash.
A ton of cash. 110,000. So I know a lot about this because I was I was one of the first finalists for your first year. I was one of your first finalists, and I did lose. Yes. I did not get the 110.
One of the first losers.
I was the first loser of Startup St. Bernard. Which had I won, you know, my pitch was I was doing my company that I was pitching was a syrup company doing flavored syrups for coffee shops. So obviously I sell coffee to coffee shops. This would be another company that would be based in St. Bernard, which is one of the premise. Yep. And then that would be a manufacturing job that would put jobs into the community and that. And so while I did lose, and St. Bernard did lose out on such a economic boom.
I was rooting for you.
I appreciate that. I lost to 40 Arpent.
That's right. 40 Arpent was our first winner, and they've just recently opened a tap room in Old Araby, which is really driving new traffic to the neighborhood, increasing sales tax. It's been really big for the revitalization of Old Araby.
Yeah, we can, from my house, I live in Holy Cross in the Lower Ninth Ward, and we walk, we walk right there. It's right. Yep. We can walk along the levee, and we're right at 40 Arpent. Right. So it's pretty cool. It is really, really neat. And so it's 110,000. So you've got to get it in. You got to go to the website, and I'll have the links all down below, so we don't have to run through them. But the links are down there, and then you click on it, and you go and you apply with a cool idea. So if you have a cool idea, St. Bernard, and it's a great idea, and they like it. And these cool panels of people do well with it.
It's a great way to network as well. You know, and even if you don't win, the publicity
is huge.
It's really big.
The publicity's huge.
Yeah, we've had some finalists. Obviously, Kevin's done very well for himself.
I appreciate it.
We had the coffee house in Old Araby, which is thriving. They just made a major expansion. Yes. And they serve Coast Roast, which can't hurt.
They do. Which is another reason why I did not do it last year, because I did not want to get involved with them. But I didn't want to compete with them. And they were like, "Oh, do it. That's what it's fun." I'm like, no. You know. I don't want you to be a finalist and me to be a finalist, and I sell you coffee and I, win or something, you know? Yeah. Of course, I haven't won yet, so they did lose too. They are also losers. Right. And we do, let me tell you, Brett and I, boy, we do joke about how we are saving our startup losers. All the time.
Hey, another loser. Girls Gone Vegan. They just opened up a food manufacturing facility in St. Bernard.
Really?
They distribute their bakery, baking goods, so to groceries and coffee houses.
And they're in St. Bernard?
They are. They relocated to St. Bernard. And last year's winner, Christie's Dream Seafood, they microprocess and distribute their fresh catch seafood now all across the country. They developed their own brand, St. Bernard Select. So we've had a lot of success stories in just 2 years. This will be our 3rd year.
That's super cool. No, so this is number 3. So
yes, that's right.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, it's definitely, because I was doing that contest like the week or 2 before we opened here in St. Roch Market, and of course I was able to, in my pitch, I was able to talk about how, hey, we'll be selling the syrups at St. Roch Market or whatever. But we actually do make all of our own syrups here at Coast Roast today. It's a lot of the same recipes that I was working on with that. So
that's great. And the reason that got to the finals is part of our criteria is businesses that really help the brand of St. Bernard and grow St. Bernard. And the idea of having a St. Bernard Select sold in St. Roch Market, or 40 Yard Brewing Company being a regional brewery.
And in St. Bernard, one of the parts of my pitch was that St. Bernard has this long sugar history with Domino sugar, and so like that would really kind of like pull into that brand and still be cool. One of the interesting things, and I take digs at St. Bernard all the time. And if you've seen any of the episodes, man, I'm just like, especially when I have somebody from St. Bernard on, I'm like, how much I had to pay you? Yeah, it's $110,000, but I got to pay $10,000 to so and so.
He didn't grease enough palms to win.
I didn't grease enough palms to win was my thing. But seriously, especially me, like we don't live. I'm from St. Bernard, and I've said that before. I have had all my shots to be able to leave St. Bernard, so it's fine, everyone. But I am from St. Bernard, and then but my wife, who is not from St. Bernard, she teaches in St. Bernard, and so we live right outside. Like I said, we walk to Araby, so we're like so close. I always joke like I almost made it back to the parish. But St. Bernard, really seeing it from the outside, it's very interesting because it's such people love to take digs at it, but that's almost like the fun part of it.
Absolutely.
And it's very good. It's very it's neat to see like the history of that. Like it's so like next to New Orleans, like it is like the most historical. It's a very
recognizable brand. It has a history of its own. It's unique.
It's super unique, and it's a great place where like. It's a well-recognizable brand, like you say. Yes. So when you do something in St. Bernard, a business or whatever, you kind of like tag along with that St. Bernard thing. Like, yeah, we're Yats, we don't know what we're doing, but like you count money in the background, like.
That's right. And look, the numbers right now in St. Bernard are incredible. It's the fastest growing parish in the state, 3 years in a row.
Wow.
Our commercial permits are up 48% over the past year.
Wow.
And what's happening right now in Old Araby is just incredible. We have art galleries opening, live performance theaters that actually just relocated from this neighborhood. New bars, new restaurants. So you can really have it all. You have this unique, St. Bernard culture that we all kind of think of.
Laugh at, you mean laugh at. that we all think of. Yeah,
combined with this new influx of new
and
energy.
How the new energy kind of pulls from that old, like, I don't want to say good old boy system, that's not what it is, but like down home, like, great place to like raise a family, and how those things kind of mix.
That's right.
And it's super, super cool. So,
that's right.
I must say, like, it is definitely, and of course I sell coffee to coffee shops, I travel all over the state or whatever, just do that, all over the Gulf South region, really. And St. Bernard really is, it's unique. And especially, like I said, like, I had to leave it for a minute, and then when I come back through it, I'm really, like, impressed with it. I'm like, this is a cool, like, place. It's got a lot of history. It's really
and
neat.
It's really a fantastic place for startups and entrepreneurs. I mean, we're seeing this more and more with these independent shops and restaurants and stores, and there's really a built-in clientele. I mean, people forget there's refineries and the port with thousands of employees. So, people that take advantage of that opportunity really count those dollars.
And St. Bernard has always, and so if you're thinking of doing this business, and you're like, how am I going to do well in St. Bernard if I've got this business in St. Bernard? No, St. Bernard, like, supports its own businesses.
No question.
There are no chains in St. Bernard.
No.
Much, when I was, and that's why, like, some place like the Coffee House, I mean, they boom like a Starbucks would.
Oh, that's right.
Because a Starbucks would tank in St. Bernard. Because, I mean, people are going to support, like, the local businesses. So check it out, Startup St. Bernard.
Absolutely.
You've got an idea. St. Bernard's a great place to do it. And it's a great contest. It's an insane, like, look at that contest versus all the other contests that are going on. It's 110K.
We blow away most other prize packages.
It's unbelievable, and you just have to drive down the road.
Hey, 5 miles from Canal Street. People don't realize.
I know. It's so close. 5 miles from Canal Street is the thing. So head on down the road. You know, bridge, train. You're in St. Bernard, and it's super cool. So hit it up. Get your bid in. Get your project in before
January 14th.
Before January 14th.
Yes.
Andrew, thank you so much
Thanks
for coming.
For having me.
I appreciate it. All righty, take